The Big Hot Story!
Good morning, TruWonder. I'm so excited that we are here today for the Big God story. Today's story is a little long, so we're gonna jump right in, but it's totally worth it. Do you guys remember who we learned about that was put in a basket and floated down a river? It was Moses, right? God kept Moses safe, and he grew up to be a man of God. Moses, when he was an adult, left the palace and went to go live in the desert to become a shepherd. Do you guys know what a shepherd is? A shepherd is someone who takes care of sheep, right? They take care of sheep and other animals, and they need something really important with them. You guys know what this is? It's a staff. A shepherd always has a staff with them so that if a sheep gets stuck, they can use the staff to help pull it back. Or if there's a bear or a wild animal out in the desert, they can use their staff to hit them and knock them away from the sheep. It's a really important tool to have with them. Well, one day Moses was being a shepherd with his sheep when all of a sudden something really strange happened. He saw what looked like a bush burning, but it was on fire but not burning up. Is that strange? Very strange. Well, Moses went over to the bush, and all of a sudden a voice started speaking to him.
I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.
God was telling Moses who he is and that he is the one true God. Remember, the kings in Egypt who were called pharaohs did not love God, and they did not love God's people. And so God had heard all of the people crying out for help and was going to save them and was going to deliver them. And so God was going to use Moses to save his people from Egypt. So God promised Moses, I will be with you. I will give you miracles and signs and wonders to give to the king, and he will let my people go. So Moses and his brother went to the palace where the king of Egypt lived. And they told Pharaoh that the one true God had sent them. So every time I put my hand out toward you, I want you to say, let my people go. Okay, let's practice. Let my people go. Okay, preschoolers and kindergartners, we can do much better than that. One more time. Let my people go. So Moses looked at Pharaoh and said, let my people go. Well, Pharaoh thought about it, but he decided, no, I'm not going to let the people go. And he told Moses and Aaron to go away. Well, several times Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, let my people go. When Pharaoh said no, God sent a plague to the land of Egypt. Do you know what a plague is? A plague is a big event that destroys everything and can cause a lot of problems. And one time God sent many frogs to cover the land of Egypt. Oh, can you imagine being covered in frogs? Can you imagine trying to go to sleep at night and there being frogs in your bed? Oh! And Moses and Aaron told Pharaoh, let my people go. But no, Pharaoh wouldn't do it. God even sent lots and lots of flies and locusts and grasshoppers. But no, Pharaoh wouldn't let God's people go. Well, God sent more and more plagues, and Moses and Aaron told Pharaoh, let my people go, and he wouldn't. Finally, after the 10th plague, can we all count to 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pharaoh had had enough. he told Moses and Aaron to gather God's people, the Israelites, and leave Egypt. They were free. God led his people out of Egypt by a pillar of cloud during the day and a pillar of fire at night. The one true God made sure his people knew that he was with them all the time. And when the Israelites reached the edge of the Red Sea, they turned and saw Pharaoh and his army chasing them. Pharaoh had changed his mind, and he wanted the people to come back and be slaves for him. Well, the people couldn't get across the sea. It was too big to swim across, and it was too big to go around. But God is the one true God, and nothing can stop him. God put himself between Pharaoh's army and the people with this pillar of cloud and fire. And then God told Moses to lift his staff. And when Moses did this, the entire sea parted down the middle, and the people were able to cross to the other side like they were walking on dry land. When they got to the other side, God closed the sea so that Pharaoh's army could not catch up with them. What do you think they did when they got to the other side? Do you guys know what this is? It's a tambourine. We see it used at church or in bands and things like that. I'm gonna shake it. It's really loud. Are you ready? And that's what the people did. They got out tambourines and instruments, and they celebrated and they praised God for being the one true God, because God had saved them. They had cried out for deliverance. God heard their cries, and God saved them, because God is the one true God. And we're seeing over and over in these stories that when God makes a promise, God keeps it. Well, I so enjoyed this story, and I so enjoyed seeing you today. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week for the Big God story. Goodbye.